Fans were shocked when Retribution showed up on Raw recently wearing new masks. People were even more surprised when WWE announced the names of the male wrestlers who are a part of Retribution: T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack. These names and masks were heavily criticized by wrestling fans, and they said their new names and masks made Retribution come off comedic, and these fans now had a very hard time taking Retribution seriously anymore. Rumor has it that some WWE superstars laughed when they saw the new Retribution masks for the first time, which has led to fans hoping that WWE will be making big changes to Retribution in the future. WWE officials are aware of the criticisms of Retribution, but they will not be making any changes to the group because they feel that it's too late for Retribution to be fixed, and fans no longer take them seriously as a threat to WWE. The current rumored plan is for Retribution to feud with the Hurt Business until Survivor Series, where Retribution will compete in a 10-person elimination match, with the men and women of Retribution facing 5 men and women from the Raw brand. There will also be a big stipulation attached to the match, where if Retribution wins, then they will control Monday Night Raw, but if they lose, then they will be fired from WWE. The match will be done in a way that will completely embarrass Retribution, and every member of the group will be eliminated in the most humiliating way possible. And in the end, the Raw team will win with having none of their members eliminated. After the match ends, Retribution will get beaten down by the Raw team, and Retribution will be forced to leave WWE. The Survivor Series match will be the end of Retribution, and they will go away forever and never be discussed on WWE television ever again. But some of the members, like T-Bar, who previously wrestled in NXT as Dominik Dijakovic, will one day get a second chance on the main roster as himself and not as T-Bar. And as for one of the female members of Retribution, who is named Reckoning, will actually stay in the main roster because she is the real-life girlfriend of Keith Lee, and she will start competing as Mia Yim once Retribution disbands. And herself and Keith Lee will wrestle in mixed tag team matches, and WWE will heavily promote their relationship on television. It's being rumored that a top WWE star will soon be getting a big gimmick change. On the September 28th, 2020 episode of Monday Night Raw, Randy Orton was seen backstage, disguised as a janitor, and then Randy Orton walked into a room where WWE legends The Big Show, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and Christian were playing poker. And then Randy Orton put on night vision goggles and turned the lights off and proceeded to attack all 4 men with a steel chair. This moment surprised fans to say the least, especially when Randy Orton put on the night vision goggles. Rumor has it that this is just the beginning of a new gimmick that Randy Orton will be playing. Randy Orton's new gimmick will consist of him becoming a master of disguise, where he will disguise himself from time to time and attack his enemies. The reason why this is being done is because the night vision segment that happened on Raw was actually Randy Orton's idea, and Randy Orton has been in control of writing his own segments, and Randy believes that this brand new gimmick will freshen up his character, because Randy believes that his character needs to evolve because he's starting to become stale, and Randy also hopes that they can sell merchandise for this brand new Master of Disguise character, including special Randy Orton night vision goggles that WWE will soon be selling on their WWE shop website. There are rumors going around that a huge SmackDown star will be drafted to Raw in the upcoming WWE Draft. The draft will be happening on 2 nights. The first night will take place on October 9th on SmackDown, and the second night will take place on October 12th on Raw. And this year's draft promises to be the biggest draft in years, because many fans believe that the Raw and SmackDown rosters need to be reshuffled to create new feuds and storylines. Monday Night Raw ratings have been very up and down ever since WWE stopped having big crowds attend their shows, and this led to the Raw ratings to drop to all-time low levels. And now Vince McMahon has had enough of the low ratings, and he's ready to make Raw the A-show once again. And Vince believes that this year's draft will lead to fans to start watching Raw again in big numbers once fans see the new roster for Raw. Vince McMahon's plan is to move multiple big-name stars to Raw in the draft this October, and the biggest name that is rumored to get drafted to Raw is current Universal Champion Roman Reigns. If this rumor is true and Roman does get drafted to Raw, then that means Raw would have the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship as well. But this is all part of Vince McMahon's big plan to get Raw ratings back to where they were in early 2020. If this rumored plan to move Roman Reigns with the Universal title does take place, then this will lead to a big controversy on SmackDown, where there will be no main event championship for the men's division on SmackDown. But there are rumors going around that a new championship will be made called the SmackDown Championship, which would become the main men's title on SmackDown. Roman Reigns will not be the only big SmackDown star who will be moving in the draft to Raw this year. The Fiend Bray Wyatt is also rumored to get drafted to Raw. The reason why this will be happening is because WWE officials still want Roman Reigns to feud with the Fiend Bray Wyatt, and there are even rumors that Alexa Bliss will also get drafted to Raw to continue her storyline with her being possessed by the Fiend. Vince McMahon hopes that all of these changes will help Raw ratings, because Vince believes that Roman is the biggest star in WWE today, and he thinks that fans will go out of their way to see Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. What do you think about Retribution breaking up and Roman Reigns getting drafted to Raw? Leave a comment and give me your opinion, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you're notified when we release our next video.